Why should architects and psychologists talk with each other?
That's a great question, Stacy. It gets me excited because a lot of times in architecture, I believe sometimes there's a misnotion that architects are sculptors, and we are in a way. We do create space. We have a very sincere responsibility to that, and the emotions and other qualities that come out of us residing in or using those spaces really have increased, intrigued me as to how we can be better within our profession. And so a guy like Sam comes to us and Sam, you've got some ideas about how you could change the profession with the notion of bringing in psychology.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, to me, space is psychological. When people go into a space, what distinguishes, say, a house from a home is purely psychological factors. And so for me, I think, when people are describing spaces or experiencing spaces, much of it is a psychological factor. Do they feel relaxed? Do they feel productive? Do they feel like it's a place where they can be creative? Do they feel it's a place where they can connect with their family? Do they feel safe? Do they feel provided for? Those sorts of things. And I've long thought that we need to take into account, or architects take into account psychological factors. And I've been sort of agitating for that for a long time. But then, an architect will often say, okay, yeah, that's a good idea. We should do that. What do you suggest? And I've kind of have nothing to do. So what's exciting about this project is that we're actually kind of trying to create a systematic framework, a tool for integrating these sorts of psychological factors into architectural design. And so I think it's going to be interesting from two levels. One is that we'll actually have some findings. So we'll begin to know, okay, what is the difference between the sort of the psychological view that the people working at a place have from the people who come to visit that place, whether it's like doctors versus patients or something like that. And also, then we'll have a tool that architects can integrate into their design practice. So to me, it's sort of like the beginning of a really important, much needed connection between these two disciplines.
So much architecture, it's, especially now as things go forward, we're going to be rebuilding and we're going to be redoing buildings, renovating existing buildings. And so right now we've got a great opportunity to make these changes as we learn along the way. So that's also very exciting to me with the research that we found.
We will discuss our research and how designers can apply psychological factors into their architecture. Thanks so much.